Good morning, Dr. Garza. Today I'm going to talk about number talk. This will be my assignment for Standard 2. I learned about number talk after reading a book from Sherry Paris. I'm going to dive into this PD. I want to introduce my audience. I have my co-worker, Ms. Cox, and Ms. Buck, and then of course Ms. Toddy's recording. So what is number talk? Number talk is a classroom conversation discussion around purposefully crafted computation problems. These are opportunities for the class to come together to share their mathematical thinking. Students are presented with their problems, and they either can be in a whole or small group setting, and they're expected to learn to mentally solve the problem accurately, efficiently, and flexibly. So basically, number talk is an opportunity for students to come. Normally it's done before the real lesson, and students are given a problem, and they're just able to share how they came up with the problem mentally. So I'm going to show you a video of number talk in a minute, but before I do, I want you to think about the following questions while you're watching the video. How does the teacher build student fluency with small numbers? What question does the teacher pose to build understanding? How are the tools and models used to support the goals of K2 number talks? What strategies are the student using to build meaning of numbers? What example of subsidizing, conserving numbers, and one-to-one correspondence do you notice? What opportunities are created for the students to begin building an understanding of 10? How does the teacher support student communication during number talk? So again, think about these questions as you are watching the video.
What did you see? 5. What did you see, Jen? 5. What about you, Alex? 5. What did you see? Somebody see this Canada? Alex, how did you see 5? If you add more, that will be right. Right? Christian? If you add the bottom, it would be 10. Oh, if all the bottom was filled in, it would be 10. How did you know, DJ, it was just 5? You said 5 also. How did you notice that? The bottom is not filled in. Okay, what about the top? They're all filled in. If the top is all filled in, then you say 5. It sounded like nobody had to count. You were able to see that.
5 equals 10, but if you minus 5 from 10, you get 5.
Okay, because it was just 5, right? Okay. All right. Ready for another one? Jesselyn, what did you see?
7.
Maybe?
7.
What did you see, Arjun?
7.
7?
7.
Did you see 7? 7? Tell me how you saw 7. Right.
Because the top was filled in and 2 more would make 7.
How did you think about that? The top was filled in,
And 2 more would make 7.
so you knew that was how many?
Okay, so that was a short video, not the full video of number talk presented by a kindergarten teacher. So I want to go ahead and reflect on the video and ask you guys what you thought about the videos. But before we do that, I want you to go ahead and think about the components. And one of the components of number talk is classroom environment. As you can see, the classroom environment is very important for number talk to work. Students should be in a comfortable, safe environment where they're allowed to share without any other students making fun of them. Ms. Cox, what do you notice about the environment in the video?
So I noticed that the kids all had a chance to share their strategies for finding the 10, using the 10 frames. And there was even a student that got an answer wrong, and there were no students that laughed or anything. So that shows that it's a good environment for them to share their answers, even if they're wrong. They can see what they did wrong.
Okay, so as Ms. Cox pointed out, the classroom environment again has to be safe in order for number talk to work. The second component is classroom discussion. During a number talk, the teacher again presents the problem and gives students time to share it mentally. Students are given the opportunity to share their strategy and justify with their peers why their strategy worked and how they came up with the answer. Again, there's no wrong or right answer, and all the students should have the opportunity to share. Miss Buck, do you want to share what you saw in the video for classroom discussion?
Well, I liked how she called out individual students by name, really personalized it, and took the time to listen to them, asked them their strategy, and gave them the opportunity to back up their thinking and really explain their thought process.
Awesome. Next component for number talk is the teacher role. As you were watching the video, you noticed how the teacher wasn't really teaching. She was actually a facilitator. Since number talk really revolves around the students, the teacher here just kind of sits back and guides the conversation. She's actually helping them to stay on task. No one's talking about any off subject. Everyone is focused on that one problem that she presented. Does anyone have anything to share about what the teacher was doing?
Well, I like that she asked a lot of questions, and it kind of led to what she wanted them to say. Like, what did you, or how did you come up with that? And she kind of led them into giving an answer, that would help the other students. Yeah.
Okay, and then the last components of number talk that I want to touch base on is the role of mental math. As you notice, she just showed a problem using a manipulative, and she had a 10 frame. The kids were not allowed to use pencils or papers, so everything had to be mentally, they had to think it inside their head and then share it. So the role of mental math, what is it? It's mental computation. It is a component of number talk because it encourages students to build on number relationship to solve problems instead of relying on memorized procedure. Mental computation also helps students strengthen understanding of place value. And what I liked about this part is that every student had a different strategy, and they were able to think of that in their head, whether they saw it somewhere or they knew already what they wanted to say. But the key is no paper, no pencil, and they were just thinking about and sharing it. Go to slide 10, Miss Toddy, slide 10. Okay. So to end this PD, I want to show another clip. This is a second grade number talk. Again, I'm not going to show the full clip just because of time. Then after we watch the video, we're going to reflect on it. Sorry.
Thumb up when you have an answer. Now we'll share their answer. Jeff, what do you think? 53. Tucker thinks 53. What do you think? You think 53? Nate, defend it.
20 plus 20 plus 40. 6 plus 7 equals 13. But then 40 plus 13 equals 53.
If this is 13, how do we do plus 40? You do it without counting my ones?
10, 20 plus 30.
That doesn't make that quick, doesn't it? Okay, is there another way to solve it? Please have a minus 2, okay?
And then I know 25 plus 25 is 4, and 50. I know the 2 minus 3, so I just added 50 and 30.
small clip of a second grade class doing number talk, and as you can see, it was way more advanced than the first clip in kindergarten, but the same components are still there. The teacher's just facilitating. Students are sharing. Again, they're not doing any kind of pencil paper problems. They are thinking everything in their head and just the teacher's writing it out. So I'm going to spend about 30 seconds, let you guys talk about it, and then we're going to reflect on what you noticed, how this number talk was similar to the first number talk.
So we're talking to each other?
Yes.
Okay. So I noticed that in the second one, she did the same thing that the first woman was doing. She just asked questions. What did you see? How did you solve this? What did you do? And I like that she was writing it down. So if the other kids could not see it that way, then she was marking it down, like what the kid was saying or thinking, and then the other ones could see it the way they did.
Yes, I agree with Ms. Cox. I like the fact that she was writing it and showing them what they were thinking out loud, and she had it on paper, and then other students saw that strategy, and then right away they thought about another strategy. So as you can see, she was talking about doubles. So some of the kids were making a tree, and then they were breaking down to doubles. So again, it just shows that these kids can actually do math in their head, and they know more than what we think they know. Okay, so to end the PD, I went ahead and created the little cards for you that you can make yourself in your classroom. And again, these are just 10 frame cards. And I want to give you one, and I have the template if you want to make your own. So I just want to make sure you guys understand how to do it in your classroom. And again, remember the components. You're only a facilitator. You're going to show them the cards real quick and kind of show the kids and remind them that this is a safe environment and that no one is shouting out answer, and I'll call on you. And then they're just to share, and keep in mind as a facilitator, there's no wrong or right answer, okay? So I'm gonna show you one. This one's too easy. Okay, so I'm gonna show this to you guys. You guys are the students, and I'm gonna say, what do you see? And again, these are 10 frames. And I'm gonna kind of hide the cards so they can't see it, and I'll pick on a student. So Miss Butt, what did you see?
I saw 4. 10 minus 6.
10 minus 6. So again, I could write it on the board, or I could say, oh, how did you get 10 minus 6? Where did that came from?
Well, I know that each section is 5 because they're completely in half.
Okay.
And there are 6 blank ones. So
Okay.
I just subtracted.
So I would ask, did anyone see anything else besides 10 minus 6? And great job, Miss Buck, on seeing that there's 2 sets of 5 because she knows a 10 frame already, and she saw 4 dots and she subtracted. Did anyone see addition? Or doubles? Can you think of doubles?
2 plus 2.
2 plus 2. Miss Cox, how did you see 2 plus 2?
Well, there's 2 dots right there and 2 dots right there.
Awesome.
Put them all together, and that's 4.
Okay, so again, this is just an example of what you can do in your classroom to promote number talk. Is there any questions? Yay. Okay, so that is my PD for today. Again, this is a short version of my real PD since I only have 10 to 15 minutes. And that's it, Ms. Garza. Thank you, Dr. Garza.